Hi guys. So yesterday, if you watched my video yesterday, it's probably going to feel like deja vu. I'm in the same place that I was. And today I ended up going to Bath and Body Works, and I'm so glad that I waited because FYI, this weekend they're going to have a $14.95 candles. So in my app I had 20% off, and then the candles were $14.95. So I saved even more, so I ended up buying a few of the ones that I wanted. So it ended up working out. Love saving money on stuff like that because, like I said, I'm not going to pay $26 for a Bath and Body Works candle. We need to talk about what so many of y'all sent me over on Instagram, the damn Flintstones video that Alicia did. And I want to focus not only on her, but there were also other influencers that participated in this ad as well. So Flintstones vitamins paired up with a couple of influencers, and Alicia was the largest creator who participated in this. She posted a video, and of course she has to have all of her kids participate because kids are content money makers. So she has all of her kids sitting at the dining room table, and they play a version of This or That. The caption on her video says, "The Dougherty Dozen is a proud hashtag Flintstones partner, bringing you some fun facts to highlight the importance of healthy eating and how Flintstones vitamins can help fill nutrient gaps and support your kids' immune health, bone health, and healthy growth and development. You can find them in our bio." And of course, she has the link, and the paid partnership sticker is on there to let everyone know that it is a paid partnership, which I do appreciate. Y'all already know I'm really hard on Alicia because I think she just is a bullshitter. But at least she's being transparent about her sponsorships. I know a lot of influencers try to skate around that and don't like to tell people when it's an ad, and they're real fishy about stuff, even though it is illegal to not disclose. A lot of them still do. So bravo, Alicia, for being super transparent that this was very clearly an ad. Now, for the video itself, like I said, she had all of her younger kids, and she had one of her older kids involved in this. I'm not sure if he was just thrown in the video as a babysitter or somebody to assist her in creating this video, but he was certainly not the target demographic as far as children's multivitamins. He is most likely in the age group where he's taking something that is more based towards young adults, maybe. Tell me how you guys feel about that down below. But she mentions having picky eaters, and let's just talk about this. Alicia's kids are picky because she allows them to be picky, and she gives them a very limited food group. And that food group is things like processed foods, sugars, things that are very low in nutritional value. So how ironic that she wants to tell everybody about how to fill nutrition gaps in your kids' diet. Again, these companies that partner with these influencers, it's like they can't even bother to do minimal research. If you are a vitamin company, Alicia Dougherty is probably one of the last choices that I would make personally, because she feeds her kids nothing but a bunch of garbage and nonsense and sugar and ice cream bars and soda pop and candy and chips and Cheetos and all of the garbage. All the garbage is in the Dougherty's garage. All of it.
I wanted to address the subject of diet when it comes to children with fetal alcohol spectrum disorders and trauma history. If they have a gluten sensitivity, they will have behavior issues. They're linked together. Now, these sensitivities will not show up on skin prick tests or blood work, dietary tests. They won't show up. Because it's a sensitivity, it's not an actual allergy. So we did the elimination diet, slowly brought things back in. As we went on to our third, fourth, fifth and sixth adopted child with these disorders, we kind of knew from there how to figure out what they were sensitive to and eliminate that from their diet. Sugar, a lot of these kids are very sensitive to sugar. And that reminds me, sugar and dairy and carbs, they can create an addiction to, because these children they were predisposed to addiction in utero. And basically for the rest of their life, they will always have to watch for things that they could be addicted to. And I'm not talking just food. I mean, it could be video games or drugs, cigarettes, alcohol.
Wondering why I have White Claw in my bedroom. I can't keep it in the garage anymore. It was just like disappearing.
Really anything that anybody can get addicted to, these children have more of a chance to become addicted to it. So, carbs, sugar, dairy, those things can become an addiction. So we really limit sugar, we limit food dyes. I mean, not completely. You don't want to limit it completely. We learned the hard way. They will find a way to get it. They will go to school. They will get it from their friends at lunch. They will find a way. So you can't be completely limited. I know some people who have gone to a full bone broth diet, like that's it. We've never gone quite that extreme, only because we realized that they'll just go get what they want on their own. They'll go to camp and say, oh, they forgot to feed me breakfast, and then they'll get food. So you really need to make sure that everyone everywhere is on board with these dietary limitations. And school was a hard place for us to get them on board because it wasn't a listed allergy on their medical form. So for us to say we don't want our child to have gluten, they couldn't just say okay because it wasn't on the form. So we had to have our doctor say we don't feed them gluten. I think that's it. If you have any more questions, put it in the comments, but hopefully this helps answer your questions. Thanks.
Now, of course, for the this or that game, she showed some food that she had already prepared. And it was really funny because she showed Brussels sprouts. And I know Alicia Dougherty's kids do not eat Brussels sprouts. But for the this or that, one of the kids chose ice cream. And of course, Alicia wants to say how ice cream is high in vitamin A and that helps vision and all this kind of stuff. And while ice cream might have some nutritional value, the problem is that her kids get it to the 100th degree. I'm an ice cream lover. I love ice cream. My favorite ice cream of all time is Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream. It is pure gold for me. I love it. There's nothing above it. No other brand makes a coffee ice cream that is as good as Haagen-Dazs. And I adore it. But the problem is that when you have little ones that are growing up, you are supposed to be making better nutritional choices for them because you are their parent. And constantly having a freezer full of ice cream pops, sugary cereal, chips, Cheetos, chips and dip, and a freezer full of chicken nuggets and other processed foods and processed lunch meats, you're not fulfilling your role as a parent to guide them as to what a balanced meal looks like. We never see her kids sitting down at the dinner table and actually eating the slop that she prepares. And it's all for a TikTok. It's all for the click value. It's all for, how many likes can I get? What can I do to make this video so outrageous that it will get more clicks? It's not about actually showing parents how to feed a large family and make sure that your kids are actually getting what they need. I recently did a video about the Happy Caravan. And while I have some questions and concerns, and I'm still gathering my thoughts when it comes to the idea of the busking topic, the one thing I can say is that Amber does actually show her kids getting freshly prepared meals, and the kids are actually eating the meals. It's part of her TikTok. So yeah, like everyone that I come across. Like, I'll like some things and I'll dislike some things. And I have complimented Alicia for what it's worth along the way. And I have said, I really like when she did this. Oh, I like that idea. But the problem with her is that 90% of what she does is a bunch of nonsense. And so I will say with the Happy Caravan, if we're going to compare, at least she shows her kids getting well-rounded meals, and she's not dropping, $5,000 a week on chips and cookies and cakes and candy and soda and all of this kind of crap for her kids. With the this or that little thing in this video, it was funny because Brussels sprouts were chosen. And do you think that any of her kids ate the Brussels sprouts for this video? If you said yes, you are giving her way too much credit. The kids were looking at it, and then, one of them was doing this like weird licking thing. Then they also had some clams, and the kids were playing with the clam shells. Do you think that they were actually sitting there eating it? No, because she doesn't show her kids, a well-rounded, like, introducing new foods and stuff. And I know that a lot of kids are just picky, and that's just the way that it is. But when you're limiting what they have to freezer food, cookies, cereal, and candy, you're going to not broaden their horizons at all. So when you do give them something like clams, they're going to sit there and play with the clam shells like it's a toy. And when you give them a Brussels sprout, they're going to make a nasty face and lick it and put it back on the plate. Because those kids have been tuned to eat processed garbage. And that is her own content. That's not me being a salty hater or making something up or being judgmental. I am telling you guys exactly what she has shown all of us. I did find it interesting because in this video she did make a lot of health claims, despite the fact that she's obviously not a doctor. And I listened to the video. I did not hear her say, consult with your doctor, consult with your children's pediatrician before adding, this vitamin specifically to their diet. A lot of claims, a lot of encouragement, but not a lot of encouragement to, talk to your own doctor to confirm all of these crazy claims that she was making. And while some of the claims might be true, a vitamin is not meant to, like, you can't eat garbage and then just give your kid a vitamin and think that they're going to be the healthiest kids in school. It's a well-rounded meal. It's a vitamin with getting all of the food groups in the food pyramid, as long as they don't have allergies or some kind of insensitivity. Most people know that. You don't have to be a doctor to know that much. Now, that video had 54 comments. I swear 54 seems to be Alicia's lucky number when it comes to how many comments she's getting on her TikToks as of lately. But that video did have 54 comments, and I know that she also polices her comment section a ton because, God forbid, if people are calling her out on a sponsored video, that would be quite embarrassing. But again, that speaks to the very low engagement. The two other family channels that I found that did the same partnership with the Flintstones vitamins were the Bennett Bus and the Garza Crew. The Garza Crew actually has 4 million followers, and they use the hell out of their twins in order to get momentum. They have a set of twins in their household, and the kids are all over the social media page. So I might take a second look at their channel. Here's what I'll say to close out my thoughts on this entire video. Yes, of course, Alicia was the wrong spokesperson to talk about a vitamin when she is the, junk food capital of New York State. But the thing that I can't stand to see is these kids having to participate in content for a paycheck. Because if your kids were not the focus of your content, then you could have done this video and not have your kids involved. You don't have to show your kids to do parenting content. And I've talked about this with some of my followers over on Instagram. Nobody has a problem with parenting content. That is not the issue here. The issue is that the kids are so heavily focused in the content. The kids are the ones actually making the money. Because, again, goes back to square one, weirdos and creeps like to watch children online. And that's what this all comes back to. Nobody has an issue with parenting content. It's the fact that you're making your kids participate in this production that you're putting on. But anyway, I'm going to get along with my day. I wanted to acknowledge the Flintstones ad because I got so many messages about it on Instagram. And yeah, like, it's wild. These companies don't even think twice about, okay, is this a good spokesperson? Does it make sense? Is it somebody who, you know, are we going to get flack for working with this person? Like, Alicia was just dropped by MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. And I know that these sponsorship deals are, you know, planned ahead of time and stuff, but my God, dropped by Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and now you want to sit there and push a multivitamin as if you give your kids a well-rounded diet. Her entire garage is nothing but ice pops, soda, chips, Velveeta, chicken nuggets. Come on. Either way, she does seem like the type to just eat a bunch of junk food and then pop a multivitamin and be like, oh, I'm good to go now, because it, quote, fills gaps. Either way, whatever. That's enough ranting for today. But for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.